It's the waterfalls, baby. Yeah, yeah. Come on.
I need a brand new manager. I need a man and a manager. I need a brand new manager and a woman to hold my camera. I need a brand new manager. I got a plan that's up in the dark. I cannot see the man.
I'm sorry, I'm from the Bronx. I know what I'm from the Bronx, which really just means I steal. I'm not a thief, I just, take some things that's not mine from time to time. It's a Bronx thing, I promise. I like being out here in Brooklyn, man. I got a lot of friends and family out here, man. The thing about Brooklyn, though, is everyone either looks too old or too young. Like you might see an old dude with a salt pepper beard and like the fresh Yeezys, like, sir, those tennis shoes are not for you. And on the other side, you might see like a toddler at like a wine tasting, with tattoos. That's their Brooklyn shit, man. That's their Brooklyn shit.
I don't know. I want to talk about gentrification. I want to switch gears a little bit. Mostly because I'm a black comedian and it's in my contract, but also the gentrification of my area has been a real fucking issue for me. It's been a real problem, because I feel like it's not happening fast enough. Like they're really dragging their fucking feet on these renovations and shit. I go to other people's neighborhoods in Washington Heights and Harlem and stuff, and like, they got Starbucks and like a newly renovated McDonald's. I still have Dunkin' Donuts and like Burger King in there. I don't want that shit. I am conflicted though. I live in the Bronx and like it's the only place left that really hasn't been hit by gentrification like that. I'm conflicted because I don't want to live around white people. And I'm thankful I don't. But I really don't want to live around poor people. You know what I'm saying? The area I live in now is called Woodlawn. It's the last stop on the 4 train. It's actually crazy. It's right across the street from the hospital I was born in, and across the street from the cemetery I want to be buried in. So I'm like caught right in between life and death, I think. I have like 2 really good spots to kill myself. But I wanted to make like a poetic statement with my suicide. The note would have to be really good though. What's funny about the cemetery thing is that the cemetery I want to be buried in is called Woodlawn Cemetery. It's right across the street from my house. It's a famous cemetery where tons of black artists have been laid to rest. And you have to get in, you have to apply. My grandmother recently got her application for a plot accepted. She's very excited. So excited that she might just like speed up the process because I think the family's annoying her a little bit. But when I think about, not actually killing myself, but if I was at that cemetery and I wanted to be buried there, I would imagine like killing myself there, and then because I didn't apply, they would just like drag my body to another cemetery to like less famous people. That's a big fear of mine. Oh, man.
Happy Juneteenth. Yes. Shout out to the slaves, man. Shout out to the slaves in Texas who, just like the other slaves, right, were freed on September 22nd, right? We know this, 1862. But for whatever reason, didn't know they were freed until 3 years later on this day, June 19th. Can we get a round of applause for those? Yeah, please. I just think it's hilarious that black people can't ever be on time for shit. Like we can't be punctual for freedom, bro. Like, the black table liked it. I am glad Juneteenth is a national holiday, though, because I like to celebrate holidays by watching movies that are like related to the holiday, because I'm a cinephile, which means that I love movies, but sounds like I jerk off in the back of movie theaters, you know? So I like to watch, like, International Women's Day, like, I watch Gone Girl, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the type of energy I try to keep, you know what I'm saying? So, this morning for Juneteenth, I celebrated by watching Django Unchained, you know Django Unchained? The Quentin Tarantino film about a slave who, after being freed, proceeds to kill as many white people as he can legally. It's masterful cinema.
I really do. I love Batman a lot, for real. I realize I love Batman because we have something in common. We're both from the Bronx, you know that? The guys that created Batman are actually from the Bronx. And I should have known, because in the comic books, when you read it, Gotham City is kind of just like if all 5 boroughs of New York were the Bronx. That's kind of what Gotham City is like. And Batman is kind of like if the entire NYPD and their $5 billion annual operating budget was just one dude. Like, what would that be like? Would that be kind of cool, maybe? All signs point to yes. I love, no bullshit, I love Batman so much. I just got a puppy and I named her Gotham. Yes. My friends were very sorry for me that I got a puppy. They were like, you know, it's gonna be a lot of responsibility, blah, blah, blah. And it's not. It's fine. Honestly, the hardest thing about having a dog for me has been communicating to her that she's black. You know, like you're a black dog. Do not lick me in my mouth. Those are the rule. That's the rule. Just don't lick me in my mouth. You can't sleep in the bed. And last, you're gonna have to work twice as hard for That's. You're not like the other dogs in the dog park, god damn it. I just make shit hard for her for no reason. Just move her food around and shit. I don't know how to communicate the black experience to a dog. I'm sorry. I like having a dog though. I like having a dog, but I don't like being a dog person. You know? Because dog people are weird, you know? Dog people are always too happy. Dog people are the only people I see smiling on Monday mornings. It could be like 14 degrees outside. They got their dog in a bubble jacket trying to walk properly. And they're just smiling like on their way to Starbucks. Dog people always want to ask you what kind of dog you get. What kind of breed is she? Don't fucking ask me what kind of dog my dog is unless you know every type of fucking dog. Because when I tell you and you don't even heard of that dog, I'm gonna be upset. You know? And they always want to tell you what kind of dog they have. Like, I don't give a fuck, son. I don't care what kind of dog you have, Denise. The only way I would care what kind of dog you have is if it was a Dalmatian and you had 101 of them. The only way I would care what kind of dog you have is if he smoked weed, could talk, and occasionally helped solve mysteries. Okay? This is the last one's my favorite. The only way I would care what kind of dog you have is if it was tiny, pink, and a fucking coward, but you ironically named him Courage. I've been Tarik Cummings, thank you so much.